Yeah.
kind of a concentrated infused confusion with so what other kind of stuff can you make with
Oh
can
my God, it goes on. You know, you have water soluble products now, so you can make your beverages, your teas. I mostly I like to take gummies. I like to take my concentrates and basically infuse my gummy products, and then I'll re-sugar them, and then I'll infuse my sugar. So that way, it just give you that little extra. Just be careful with the sugar because it will send you over. So
nice. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at a red velvet cake or
yeah,
something?
this is a red velvet cake, easy. One thing about edible recipes, there's so much on leafy.com and all the other things that you can
Okay.
do. We are going to, later in our programs as we get going, we're going to feature cannabis chefs from all over the country. We'll have them
You know a
linked.
lot of them. You know a lot of chefs too.
Well, it's crazy, but when you watch them, they all have their own methods.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a chef and my master chef trained me, we'd get done with it and he'd go send me for something over in the corner, and then I'd go over there and he'd sneak his secret ingredients in so, you know, he wouldn't see. So you kind of had to really watch the thing going. It's like some things act different though, like a truffle. Truffle takes a long time to consume, takes a long time to go to the liver. So it actually takes a little bit of time for that product to go. And it actually, because it processes through your liver more, it actually expels the THC more. So things like that, although you'll feel it, you'll actually uh, get less high quicker
That's
than a
cool.
brownie. That's why I like edibles. I'm like you, a cookie. My brother
Cookies
probably
are
makes
awesome.
one of the best cookies, you
Yeah.
know, and you definitely don't eat the whole thing. So,
They're easy to make too. They're just so simple to make. What's one of the more difficult things you've ever had to like use cannabis butter or cannabis oil for to make?
caramel's a hard one because caramel, I use herb butter. And I like a strong herb butter, so some people maybe use 4 ounces or of herb butter. I use like 8 ounces for 2 pounds of butter, so
Yours are
that way,
strong. Yeah, yours are super strong. Every
yeah,
time I eat one of yours, I'm like, I could do like half of it. The gummies that you make, 'cause you were talking about the gummies with the sugar.
right.
Man, you could just get high of just the sugar. Take like a finger scoop of the sugar.
I tell people
Super
be
awesome.
careful of the sugar when you go to use it because otherwise it'll really stay with you. And it's really funny because with edibles you can actually be wake up high the next day like a hangover. I mean it's crazy if you do too much of it. It's just you just have to learn your pace. Everybody's different. A lot of people will go in and they'll try it and they'll say, "Hey, I never
Yeah.
have felt anything." Those are the people I love to give some of my edibles
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, try this. You'll be baked till tomorrow. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, as opposed to like some of the dispensary ones were really, really not that good. You know,
Yep.
I like eating yours because they're stronger and you could eat not as much and really get baked.
It's
Super fun.
one thing about cooking is you'll find that what I find most interesting is watching everybody's technique because you might find two people making the same dish like brownies, but they all handle it different. Once again, with infusion, if you look at a gram of concentrates, that's basically about 1,000 milligrams. So if you look at that, that's the easiest way to, when you bake something, look at your portions to go. The only difference is, unless you know the strength or you've had the product that you're using tested, you don't really know how strong it is. You may know how many milligrams is in there, but at the same time, you won't really know the strength of it. You could have some that's 16% THC, and other ones could be
Yeah.
21% THC.
What about the other stuff that they throw in? We like myrcene or what's that other stuff that the little ingredients they put on jars and like dispensaries? There's
Well,
like
you're always going to, that's one thing. Well, look at your back because one thing, terpenes, that's another thing people are
terpenes.
finding that people are actually using not real, they're using artificial terpenes now. So you want to
That
check
sounds
anything you
crazy.
definitely get in a dispensary or anywhere that you buy. Check your warning label, see what's in it, just like the grocery store to make sure what's in the product so you can go from there.
Yeah, make
So,
sure it's a trusted individual that you know it all about. You don't want to be just taking anybody's edibles and stuff. No black market edibles, unless you really know the person, like, because it could really mess you up. And like TJ said, there is an overconsumption issue where people take too much, especially somebody like me. I'm really light. Somebody who's light maybe can handle a lot more, but most of the time, I would say no.
Yeah, because definitely weight, how big you are. Also, have you eaten?
Yeah, did
you
you
know,
eat beforehand?
yeah, have you eaten beforehand? If you haven't eaten and you go to do edibles, man, it's going to hit you
Yeah,
quick and
just
it's
like
going to hit you
beer on an
hard.
empty stomach, you
You know,
know.
then you go to eat something because to bring it down, it
Yeah.
actually makes you more high because then it pushes more through your
Oh,
system.
absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it could be
on that,
unhealthy. And
So,
doing that over and over can really mess up your system and mess up your tolerance.
so what's your favorite food if you had to infuse one? What would
Oh
you
man,
like to see?
I would like some pizza. I would like to see some pizza infused, like some like not all of it, maybe like the sauce or like the cheese. It's something easy like that, and then put it on the dough and everything, or maybe put the ganja in the dough. I think that would be cool. Some pizza, some ganja pizza would be nice. I think tacos are cool too. Tacos would
Tacos,
be awesome. That might
pizzas
be.
are good. I used to do pizza parties and tape them, so I'm going to run one of those videos next
Yeah,
week when
that'd be
we're on
awesome.
there, and it's kind of funny to watch everybody as the party goes. They start laughing a little bit more and get into it and into it. It's kind of
Yeah. Plus, it's not
it's
something
kind
you
of
expect.
crazy.
It's not something you expect for cannabis to be in, because people usually, when they're thinking about edibles, are thinking about brownies or cookies or
Sure.
caramels and candies and stuff. They're not thinking, oh, this pizza or these tacos could be laced with cannabis, unless they knew about it beforehand.
Yeah, we had about 30 people. We actually showed them how to make the dough and how to toss it. It was kind of neat. And we showed them how to infuse everything. We actually had keep on the topping and everything else. So